ॐ आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक् प्राणश्चक्षुश्रोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्म उपनिषदम् माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत् अनिराकरणमस्त्वनिराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरतेय उपनिषत्सु धर्मास्ते मयि सन्तु ते मयि सन्तु। ओम शांति शांति शांति।
Mahopanisad, chapter 5, verse 79. The different roles that the mind plays are being described now. Read 79.
भृत्योभिमतकर्तृत्वात् मंत्री सर्वार्थकारणात् सामन्तश्चेन्द्रियाक्रान्तेः मनोमन्ये विवेकिनः।
विवेकिनः मनः अभिमतकर्तृत्वात् वृत्त्यः सर्वार्थकारणात् मंत्री इंद्रियाक्रांते सामन्तः इंद्रियाक्रांते आक्रांते सामन्तः. Three roles are told in this verse. Mana, but whose mana? Whose mind? Not everyone's mind. Vivekinaha mana. The mind of a person who has got thorough Atma, Anatma, Viveka. Who distinguishes thoroughly which is what is I in reality and what is not I, Anatma. The mind of such a person says, Abhimata Kartrutvad Vritya. First role. Not first role, one role. What is that? It serves as a servant. Vritya, a servant. That mind serves as a servant. Why? Because abhimata kartrutva. That mind does all the desired things. A servant serves the master by doing all that the master desires. So also, the mind of a Viveki is a servant because it does all the work that the Viveki desires. So Vritya, servant. Then Sarvartha Karanat Mantri. Mantri, minister. Why? Because looks after all administration. Sarvartha Karana means here looking after all administration. Because it looks after all administration, it's like a mantri and minister. Indriya Krante Samantach. And it works as a Samanta. Samanta means commander, general, army general. Commander, army general. Why? Indriya Krante. It subdues the senses. It overpowers the Indriyas. So therefore it's like a commander, like a general. So this is how the mind of a Viveki is. Further roles continue.
लालनात् स्निग्धललना पालानात् पालकः पिता सुहृदुत्तमविन्यासात् मनोमन्ये मनीषिणः
Manishinaha mana lalana snigdha lalana palanat palakaha pita. Uttama vinyasat surut. Uttama vinyasat. Further three roles. This manishinaha mana. Again, the mind of a manishi, Viveki. So what is it? It is it's like a snigdha lalana. Lalana here, lalana can be a woman, but here wife. Snigdha lalana, like a dear wife. Why? Lalana, because it delights you. The mind of Viveki delights the person, and therefore it is like a dear wife. Palanat palaka pita. Palanat, because it protects the individual. Palaka prita, the father who protects, like a father who protects the children. So wife, father. Now, Uttama Vinyasa. Uttama means best. Vinyasa means interesting, being trustworthy. Being the best trustworthy, say Suhrut. Suhrut means a friend. Friend. Manne, I consider. Rubu says, I consider so. Again, further rule. Continue.
स्वालोकतः शास्त्रदृशा स्वबुद्ध्या स्वानुभावतः प्रयच्छति परां सिद्धिं त्यक्त्वात्मानं मनः पिता
Shastra Drisha Swalokitaha Swabudhya Swanubhavitaha Manah Pita Atmanam Atmanam Tektva Param siddhim prayachati. Param siddhim prayachati. Such a mind. What type of mind? Not simply a mind. Shastra drisha swalokitaha. Sushtu alokitaha. A mind which has studied well from the standpoint of the Shastra. A mind which has got thorough knowledge of Shastra. Such a mind. Swabuddhya. Swabuddhya means by one's antakarana. By one's antakarana. Swanubhavitaha. The mind which has experienced Atma Swarup. Swanubhavitaha. Such a Manapita. Manapita can mean paternal mind in the sense father, that is the mind. The father in the form of mind. Says, what does that mind do? Atmanam tektva. Having ended itself in terms of manonasha, or what is called as manolaya. Param siddhim prayachati. Prayachati bestows. Param siddhim, the highest accomplishment, means moksha. It bestows moksha. Continue.
Surushta, Sudruda, Swachha, Sukranta, Suprabodhitaha, Swagunenorjito bhati, Rudirudyo manomanihi.
And manaha sudushtaha. Further add tu. Continue. Sudrudaha, swachha, sukranta, suprapodhita, hridya, manomani, swagunena urjita, hridi bhati, hridi bhati. So this mind, left to itself, without viveka, without shastra drishti, it is what? Sudushtaha, very wicked, left to itself, untrained, very wicked mind. But two, if properly trained, if kept under control by viveka, it is sudrida, very firm, Swachha, clear, Nirmala, free from attributes of Drishya Prapancha. Sukrantaha, it is Sukrantaha, overpowered. How? Brahmatmana. My Swarupa is Brahma Swarupa, means by Brahma Jnana, which is overpowered, Sukranta. Suprapoditaha, thoroughly trained in the sense it is made to discover that there is nothing other than Brahma. Everything is nothing but Brahma, which is made to be discovered by that. That is what is a suprapodita. Again, by such knowledge, to the Hridyaha Mani, Manomani, Hridyaha, such a mind is what? Delightful. Not wretched like the earlier. Such a mind which has discovered Sarupa is delightful. Manomani, really, it is a jewel, a gem in the form of mind. And such mind, what does it do? Swagunena arjita. Urjita. Resplendent by its virtues. Resplendent by its virtues. Rudi bhati. It shines with excellence, shines powerfully in Antakarana, because it reveals the most Ananda, limitless Ansarupa Brahma. So it certainly excels. That means this mind is the cause of both bondage and liberation. Having known this, the aspect of mind which is binding in nature has to be discarded. That aspect of mind which is binding in nature needs to be discarded, and it should be trained in such a way it makes us liberated by enabling us to gain the Atma Jnana, Brahma Jnana. So, Didaga, please do this and be happy. Continue.
एनं मनोमणिं ब्रह्मन् बहुपङ्ककलङ्कितं विवेकवारिणा सिद्ध्यै प्रक्षाल्यालोकवान् भव.
Brahman, Bahupanka Kalankitam. Bahupanka Kalankitam. Enam Manomanim. Vivekavarina Siddhyai Prakshalya Alokavan Bhava. Brahman, addressed to Dinagaya, O Brahmana, Brahman, Bahu Panka Kalankitam, Enam Manomanim. This mind, which is a jewel, but like a jewel that has fallen in a mire. Bahu Panka. Panka means mire, dirt. So, like a jewel fallen in the heap of dirt. Manomani, what should be done? You have to wash it. All muck has got stuck to it. To wash it, for which water is required. And you wash it, the jewel in its original form what shines. Like this mind is Viveka Varina. By the water of Viveka. In this context, what is that Viveka? There is nothing other than Brahma. Everything is nothing but Brahma and Brahma alone. By such Vivekavari, Varina, Siddhai Prakshalya. Prakshalya, having washed. What for you wash it? Siddhai, to accomplish Siddhi. Siddhi here is both the means and the end. To accomplish the means that are necessary, indispensable to gain Atma Jnana. And the goal, the end, is Atma Jnana. First, to accomplish the means, sadhana chatushtaya, etc. Then, to gain the Atma Jnana. Siddhai. Alokavan bhava. You become bright and brilliant in terms of viveka, whereby you can cleanse this mind which is full of dirt. We know already the greatest obstacle in gaining Atma Jnana is Vishaya Bhoga Trishna, the insatiable thirst, insatiable hankering to indulge in sense pleasure. What is the best means to accomplish this? It is aham bhava tyaga. Getting rid of identity of the body is the best means to overpower the hankering for sense pleasure. This is now being described. Read 84.
Vivekam paramashritya buddhya satyamaveksha cha indriyarinalam chitva tirno bhava bhavarnavat.
Param vivekam ashritya buddhya satyam aveksha. Buddhya Satyam Avekshacha. Indriyarin. Indriyarin Alam Chitva. Bhavarnavat Tirnaha Bhava. Bhavarnavat Tirnaha Bhava. Param Vivekam Ashrit. Buddhya. Param Vivekam Ashritya. Having taken to, having resorted to. Param Vivekam. The very high Viveka. Highest Viveka. What it can be, as seen just now, there is nothing other than Brahma. See, you always desire for a thing different from you, is it not? Is there an occasion of desiring yourself? No, you are already there, accomplished. You desire for something other than you, and not simply other than you. You have a notion that it will make you happy. Thereby you love it. For such things we have what? Desire. Now, if everything is Brahma, what is, and you are Brahma, what is different from you that you can anchor for? There's nothing other than yourself. You don't desire yourself. That's what Param Vivekam are. Having resorted to the highest Viveka, and simply not a lip service. Buddhya Satyam Avekshat. By Buddhi, Satyam, Sachidanatma Brahma, Avekshacha, Sakshat Kritya. Having got the Sakshatkara of Brahma, Avekshacha. Indriyarin Alam Chitva. Ari, the enemy. Arin, enemies, accusative. What is enemies? Indriyari, enemies in the form of senses, because they always run after the sense object. So this enemies in the form of senses, chitva, not simply chitva, alam chitva. Alam means sufficiently. Sufficiently in the sense of purnata, having totally cut asunder the senses. Bhavarnavat tirnaha bhava. Please cross over the ocean of samsara. From this you can find out what is the greatest obstruction in gaining the Atma Jnana Brahma. What is it? Vishaya Bhoga Lalasa, which keeps the mind totally preoccupied in the sense objects and thereby in the Drishya Jagat. That mind is unable to withdraw its preoccupation in this. As a result, it is not calm and quiet to display our Swarupa. Many times we have seen we need Shuddhanta Karna or Chitta Shuddhi to gain Atma Jnana Brahman. What is Shuddha Chitta Shuddhi? It is Chittasya Brahma Prathananukula Swachhata Adarshavati. That clear, pure nature of Chittanta Karna, which can display Atma Sarupa Brahma Sarupa. We have seen many times Bhagavan has designed the human antakarna in such a way that it can gain the clarity, purity, and subtlety to conform itself to Atma Sarupa. Swachhata, Nirmalata, Sukshmata. But you have to work for it. But that capacity is inbuilt in it. So, that we're having Satyam Aveksha, Sakshat Kritya. And by the power of that, earlier, by Viveka Vairagya, Indriyas were certainly subdued. But now, totally having ended their anchoring, and thereby what happens? The mind withdrawn from the Vishayas becomes so pure, it displays the Chaitanya Swarupa Atma in its real nature, free from upadhi. Displays. For which this antakarana in such a state is necessary. Otherwise, where are you going to get the knowledge? Knowledge will take place in the antakarana only, buddhi only, but not our usual buddhi. The usual buddhi preoccupied the Vishaya. No. That is not possible. Made Shuddha. So this is only the way of gaining the Atma Jnana. There is no other way at all. If this provision were not kept by Ishvara in the Antakarana to make it conform to Atma Sarupa, Atma Jnana would have been ever paroksha in the human embodiment. Only indirect information. No direct verification would have been possible. Aparoksha Jnana would have been impossible. That's why in Sarvajna, Sarvashakti Mahadeshwara, he has already kept the provision there. So Satyam Aveksha, that is having Sakshat Kritya, Bhavarnavat, Tirnaha Bhavat, O Nidaga, from the ocean of samsara, Tirnaha Bhavat, you go the other shore, be free from ocean of samsara. This being the case, where a mumukshu has to focus to end the obstruction in gaining the knowledge is being pinpointed. Read.
Astha matramanantanam dukkha namakaram viduhu. अनास्था मात्रमभितः सुखानामालयं विदुः।
आसा मात्रम अनंताना दुखानाम आकरम एड इति। दुखानाम आकरम इति। अनास्था मात्रम अभितः सुखानाम आलयम एड इति विदु। Two things are true. What is the storehouse of sorrow? What is the storehouse of joy? You decide now. Which one to opt? Having opted wrong thing, don't curse Shastra. Okay? Say it like this. Astha. Astha. It means actually interest, expectation, hopes, in short, desires. I will get that from this. I am lacking happiness, but that object or being or event will give me the happiness that I want to have. Such expectation, such hope, in short, desire. Asthamat, asthamat. You don't have much thing, only desire you have got. You know what it is? Anantanam dukkhanam akaram iti vidu. Akara means mine, abode, M-I-N-E, mine, like gold mine, coal mine. See, Anantanam Dukkhanam Akara is the abode of endless sorrows. It may appear hard to believe. How is it? Huh? Desire may give some sorrows. What do you say? Endless sorrows. You are not thought properly. You are confining your observation to a limited field in the context of the fulfillment of a specific desire. And in that, some sorrows, troubles are bound to come. But they are not ananta. They are not limitless. You are confined to one desire. How many desires you have got? Not only how many desires you have got, how many you are producing moment by moment. Is there a count of it? Any passing thing seen, you desire. And Ashtagra Gita says, these desires or vishayas, sense objects, are more dreaded than visha, poison. It draws a contrast between Vishaya, sense object. Visha, poison. And it says, these Vishayas are more deadly than the Vishayas. How come? Visham nihanti bhoktaram. A poison can kill a person who has consumed it. Vishayani drishtaramapi. Whereas sense object, they destroy the one person who is looking at them. See, use there is let us say in a glass, potassium cyanide is there. You know, dreaded poison. That is what in cobra also you find. You have seen it. Is it harmful to you? No. By any chance it goes in your system, you have ended. But by seeing it is not there. But sense object, just a look at it. That is what happened to who? Vishwamitra. A look at Menaka. All tapas went away. Simply by look at Menaka. And for people, millions of Menakas are there. They need not be women only, all sense pleasures. Every sense pleasure is a Menaka. Why not have it? Why not have it? Run after them. See, you simply seen it. And all turmoil in the mind. That is good, I should have it, and all start. So therefore he says, this asa, desire, is akaram, a mind, abode of what? Anantanam dukkhanam, of endless sorrow. Vidu. So the vivek is no. So the jnana is no. So the vivek is considered. Other side. Anasa matra. Mere anasa. What anasa? Disinterestedness. Not taking yourself away by force. Disinterestedness in the Vishayas. Why is it like that? Grapes are sour. You know that jackal story? It could not get the grapes and started working. Somebody, hey, what happened? Those grapes are sour. They are not, they are sweet, but he could not get it. That disinterested, no. By knowing well the defective nature of Vishayas. Tell me, to enjoy a desired object, what is first and foremost thing for you that is needed? You should have a sound, a healthy body with a sound mind. Then what you can enjoy? Sense pleasure. Sense object you can enjoy. And what happens? You fulfill desire, again more karma, more karmaphala, and what happens? Janma marana, janma marana, janma marana, janma marana. Continue. Started from where? Only one desire. Continues what? Ananta. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jataresha. It is not as simple as that way. When you undergo that sorrow, you'll understand what it is. Living in the mother's womb is not a joke. It's a very torturous condition. Death, don't ask at all. So that being the case, says one who is free from that. That is, Astha is the abode of endless sorrow. In contrast to that, Anastha, disinterested, frees you totally from Janma Marana, etc., by making you eligible to gain the Atma Jnana, Brahma Jnana. So therefore, says, Anastha Matram, mere disinterestedness, freedom from desires, is abhitaha. Abhita means from all sides, purnataha, entirely. Sukhanam alayam iti vidhu. Vidhuhu, jnani is know, or jnani is considered that it is Sukhanam alayam, abode of happiness. Even you are yet to gain the knowledge, still, because of the vairagya and the disinterest in the Vishayas, your mind is so calm and composed, it is self-sufficient. A mind at peace is happiness. Swarupanda only. So therefore, that it is the abode of limitless happiness. Continue.
वासनातन्तु बद्धोऽयं लोको विपरिवर्तते सा प्रसिद्धाति दुःखाय सुखायोच्छेदमागता.
Ayam Vasana tantu baddha loka viparivartate sa vasana, no, not vasana, sa prasiddha ati dukkhaya bhavati, add prasiddha ati dukkhaya bhavati. Uchchedamagata, add sukhaya bhavati. Uchchedamagata, continue, sukhaya, add bhavati. Sa prasiddha ati dukkhaya, add bhavati. Uchchedamagata, the sa only. Uchchedamagata, sukhaya, add bhavati. Ayam Vasana tantu baddha loka. Loka means people here. World means people in the world. What type of people they are? Loka is singular, therefore this is singular. Means the people in the world Baddha in the sense baddha, bound by vasana tantu. Tantu means rope. What rope? Vasana tantu. The rope of vasanas. Vasanas are past samskaras. Here it can be taken as its manifestation, desires. Vasana can also mean desire. So therefore, the people bound by desires, whatever, loka, viparivartate, loka vipartate, this world revolves, means people revolve in terms of samsarika experiences. They get subjected to non-stop, continuous sorrows of samsara. And the topmost among them is janma and marana. In between, many things are there. One may think that, and this is too much of exaggeration by the Shastras. As if everything is sorrow, 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 sorrow. It appears so because we are habituated to this basket of fish. You know that story of Ramakrishna Paramahansa used to say, fisherwoman one day had to return home late because her fish was not sold. She can't carry it back, it gets rotten. She had to wait, and she got delayed. But house was far, going that far in the darkness was not desirable. So she sought a shelter on the way in a house, which happened to be the house of a florist who sells flowers. And being one who sells flowers, house was full of different types of flowers and fragrance was there. So she asked for the shelter the night. Of course, gladly the lady invited come. Of course, it is expected that she kept the fish basket outside. It did not be taken inside. It was stinking outside. And some food was offered. She slept. This fisherwoman is not getting the sleep. Tossing left, tossing right, tossing this way, tossing that way. The hostess saw it and she was a little concerned. The sister, any problem? You are not getting sleep and you are tossing this way. Said, see, I am not habituated to this fragrance. She is habituated to what? In her house. All smell of fish only. So perhaps, I think that if that fish basket is near me, I think I can. That is, please bring it. She brought the fish basket, kept near the head, started snoring. See, habituated to the foul smells so much. Even the good things become undesirable. Person thinks everything, security is there in this only. So it becomes difficult to believe such things. So therefore here, this, the jiva, because of avivek, ignorance and consequent aviveka, is so much habituated to the sorrow that it thinks that there is no way out. I think I told you once. We were going in the villages to do some seva. Once it happened that we took one social worker who was skilled in such things. And that lady asked the people there, what is your problem? Said, what is your problem? Said, we don't have problem. You see, we don't have problem. Achha. Have you the electricity? No. Have you got water? Yes. From where do you get the water? From the well. They went to the well. Summer, to a tin dabba, which can hardly carry 2 or 3 cups of water. Standing around the well with a rope, not even rope, a string. They used to throw it, a little pool of water on there. And 2-3 cups, and then they pour in the what? Vessel. It takes at least 1.5 hours to 2 hours to fill up that big vessel. And he says, we have water, we have no problem. Think of it. You have to tell you have got a problem to them. Why? Habituated, not only that, one doctor said, because of malnutrition, they are not even able to think what their problem is. They get so accustomed to that. So the jiva is no better than that. For him, this fish basket of samsara only happens to be the right one. If Paramananda Swarupa, Atma, Brahma is revealed, it is something beyond the grasp, not revealed, told. Beyond their grasp. You have to overcome this hurdle of being complacent with what you get, little crumbs of joys here and there. So therefore say, lokaha viparivartate, reverse in terms of samsara sorrow. Shastra is not exaggerating. Shastra is telling the truth. But because of our having got habituated to samsara, like a bird in the cage, it doesn't want to go out at all. We think that everything is kosi here. No. Better have viveka and vairagya. Means this desire is the one which binds. Further aspect we'll see in the next class.
स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्ताम् न्यायेन मार्गेण महीमहीषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यम् लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणा सन्तु निर्भयाः ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ